Hello, Internet fans, and welcome to another episode of the Buddies Forever VCast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and
Evil Dead Inks. We're coming to you live, not from the boiler room tonight, but from Camp Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake, baby. We did a commentary a while back. Actually, we've done two. We've done the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 commentary, and we did the Stuff commentary, where we ate marshmallow fluff and Cool Whip.
We don't have anything to eat or do along with this movie. We should have come up with something, now that I'm thinking of it, because I like tying in something that is bringing us into the film at the same time.
Right.
But
so we're remotely watching this. He's watching it on his end. I'm going to watch it on my end. We're going to try and sync up, and then you can sync up with us. And we're going to watch Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. My personal favorite in the franchise. So,
and I'm sure you love the. We both have the same DVD in at the moment, and it's that infamous Part 5 chevrons on your screen with the slash on the wrong side.
That's horse shit. So, it is what it is, man. But we're gonna hop into this, and we'll do, as Evil likes to call it, the Lethal Weapon rules. So
the real Lethal Weapon rules, because Nightmare Junkhead does it backwards.
And for the people at home, you want to explain that again?
Nightmare Junkhead is a podcast that's local out here. They do commentaries all the time as well, and before they start the film, they do they say we're gonna do the Lethal Weapon countdown, and they do 3, 2, 1. But they're wrong. Let me tell you why. In Lethal Weapon 2, they don't count down. They count up. It's 1, 2, 3.
So on 3, we will hit play. So you at home can hit play as well. Mr. Evil, do you
on
want...
3, not 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so you want to do the countdown. You got your remote. I've got my remote. I keep
sure
looking.
It's in range.
Yeah.
It's in range.
I'm right. Yeah, I'm good.
1, 2, 3.
Got it. And then it takes a second. Rated R.
Or boobs.
Boobs. And I've got my trusty beverage. I know you are not sipping on soda at the moment.
No, I can't determine whether or not I have a pulled heavy-duty muscle on my side or it is kidney stones. But either way, I think I'm going to take my third or fourth attempt at kicking soda. So here I am with a tall glass of water.
I have my volume turned down low. I'm going to turn my subtitles on while we're here. We get the recap with Paul.
For aesthetics, because we don't need subtitles anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm eating taquitos, leftover taquitos.
Perfect. All we need is some stale Pabst Blue Ribbon for this.
Or if I had a little counter here on my table, I could roast a mallow.
Mallow roasting. That's one of the things about these, actually I was going to say early Friday the 13th, but they do it clear up until 7, which 7 has arguably the best series recap, at the beginning of the film. It's glorious, but I do really...
All these movies for a good while start like previously on, like it's a television show. Like you missed it last week, here's what you missed.
Yeah, like Part 2, how it starts with at least 20 minutes of the first Friday the 13th. Like, we need this recap. Like, we understand what's happening here.
Luckily, it's not Silent Night, Deadly Night too bad, where it's 3/4 of the film is watching the first film over again, which makes owning the first film almost pointless.
Yeah, no shit.
Part 2, and you have 2 movies in one.
Yeah. It's they do a really good job, like in this one, and at the beginning, again, 7's intro is classic, epic.
Pretty tits.
Yeah.
Pretty tits.
I do have some volume.
I'm now partially seeing Sackhead on screen. I keep thinking it's the Phantom Killer.
Oh, yeah, from The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Yeah.
Mr. Steve Dash, man.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, ooh, ooh, fucking smoking people with the trumpet or whatever.
As I recap of that part 2 kill, that they will, man, they're gonna get the mileage out of that sucker.
Yeah, that's a glorious kill. I still wish that we would have got a wheelchair bound character in the game, and it was fucking coming. Damn it! I mean, they were working on it.
That's like the ultimate, like, he thought playing like as La Chapa or Deborah Kim was tough.
Yeah, no shit. So, as far as the beginning of this film goes, and the ending of part 3, are you in the same mindset that Jason is still very much alive at the beginning of? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't go undead till 6.
Right.
He's still this is his last gasp as a breathing man.
Yeah, he's just he's a wicked strong mongoloid, you know.
Yes.
Eric Anderson.
Yes.
He's killing me.
We are way closer now than we were the last time. We're literally probably 3 to 5 seconds at most difference.
Nice. Yeah, this thing has a slow start time, but
It's not a 30-second delay, so you don't have to worry about getting your throat cut.
Judy Aronson. Oh, Kenny, I love you, but get your fat tub of lard off. What is it? Off of my windshield.
Get the fuck off of my windshield!
That's what it is. Get the fuck off of my windshield. It's move your fat tub of lard ass. That's earlier. Yeah. I know you're about 20 pounds overweight. Mr. Tom Savini.
Is. Oh, I'm not going to end up like Kenny, man. I'm drinking better. I'm going to try to eat a little bit better. That way my kiddos aren't saying, I even asked them, I was like, do you think I'm fat? And the youngest one goes, a little bit.
A little bit. Like 2 years ago when I was Jason for Halloween, Tyson's like, yeah, it's a good costume, but you're just too fat to be Jason. Like, oh, shit. I mean, most of the time it's you're too short to be Jason, but too fat? Come on now.
And the wife, I'm sure yours is the same as mine, being like, they're X age. They don't know anywhere. I was like, no. I was like, kids and alcoholics are the most truthful fucking people you're going to come across. They don't know the filter yet.
Mm-hmm. That is truth. So here we are. The Choppa, yeah, with the infamous beginning where they actually... This is one of the only films in the franchise that goes back to the filming location of the previous film. Like, they actually went to the place, the Higgins Haven cabin, and filmed this opener.
And starts literally like minutes or hours from when 3 ended.
Yep.
Although you don't see anybody, which that'd have been neat to at least see,
You see there's no steps on the front porch right there?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I've been killed on those steps.
Me too.
I've been killed running between that barn and that house constantly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Someone did them in using Jason's old M.O. Man.
Any of the paramedics, and that'd have been cool too if Roy had been a paramedic the entire time. Like, been 1, 3, and 4, he just is like you don't notice him, but he's just in the background, just loading up people.
Oh man, that would have been a super rad detail. Reboot the franchise, let Adam Green or whoever, and then let that be a thing.
I love that too. They pick up that fucking axe for evidence with bare hands and then put it in the evidence bag.
Yeah. Put a couple extra fingerprints on this, yeah.
This is grinding stuff, yeah.
They got the fucking yellow slickers on, like the dudes from Return of the Living Dead. The fucking
that was Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, old Tom and Jerry. Except you're alive, so we don't know what it means. All dead. Some emergency.
Your temperature is both 78 degrees. Technically, you're not alive. And those that old school ambulance, I just like it's Ecto 1 sitting out there.
Yep. Everything about this movie, man. It does everything really well. The only like actual gripes that I ever even have about this movie is later towards the final act when I just blame editing, but how Jason sort of is he's like in the kitchen killing um Crispin Glover, and then he's outside the window and he yanks the bitch out the window, and then you cut back and he's like walking away from Crispin Glover's body to go kill fucking Teddy. Like, that's just ridiculous editing. Just go from there. Let him kill Crispin Glover. I should re-edit this movie. Have him kill Crispin Glover, then go kill Teddy.
Well, see, you don't have to. The video game fills in all those holes. Like, oh, you just morph out of the house, take care of the thing upstairs because the timing is right. Then you can go back inside using the shift to take care of someone in the living room watching a movie.
Yeah. One of the things about this, since they went back to the house, the Higgins-Haven house, and I'm curious if anybody out there knows the answer to this. There's a handful of movies that were filmed in that cabin. Eraser was filmed there later in the 90s. But one of my all-time favorite movies, The Zero Boys, was filmed there. And when you see the movie Zero Boys, that porch is very much like that. It has steps in different spots. It doesn't have that the steps going up to that side green door or the side door in the front room. And so I'm wondering if after 3 was filmed, Zero Boys was filmed, and there were slight changes done to the cabin. So when they went back, those things weren't there. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Fucking Fackler from Police Academy.
He's the man.
It's just like, I have a hard time distinguishing between those two characters because he's either, he's fucking accident prone to everyone around him, Fackler, or he's this
guy.
This guy. 30-minute workout, eating a sandwich on a corpse thing, which, man, I can pull like 3 movies, including this one, where someone's eating and they're putting their sandwich on the corpse they're working on.
Yeah, that's sort of a weird trope that happens, like the overly comfortable morgue worker.
Yeah. Like, just another work day for me. Well,
it does
now.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. And I am bushed. That was a Return of the Living Dead reference you did there, so I picked that up. Man, yeah, and then these two characters with Axel and R. Morgan, which is the nod to the first film. If any of you have seen the Never Hike Alone fan film, they work these two characters into the Never Hike Alone fan film.
Which was apparently screened at Panic Fest. I talked to Genus McGee of Nightmare Junkhead, and I was like, "What you see while you were here?" And he's like, he finally seen Never Hike Alone." I was like, "Wow, that was screening. You've never seen that till now?"
Yeah, it's good.
He thoroughly enjoyed it. But I was like, "That's wild that a fan film got to be screened at a theater event."
Yeah, well, it looks good. It's it's clean. It's 4K, and it captures the feel of a Friday the 13th movie really well. I like the look of Jason, except he's a little skinny, but that's just nitpicking. It's a fan film, and it's an astounding fan film, so you can be like, man, the guy's kind of small, whatever.
We'll sign there, Crystal Lake Massacre.
Yeah, with the hot pink outline. I also like that, obviously this has worked for Axel a handful of times. You know what I mean? Let's go hang out in the fucking whatever room. It's not the cold room. The cold room is where all the
which you'd think that's where you'd want to store that body.
Yeah, why are they there? Why is he just in a room?
And why is he in no hurry to get to this body who is, I mean,
a mass murderer? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's decomposing right now.
Yeah.
It's crucial evidence you might need to get.
Yeah.
Because he's not frozen. He's at room temperature.
Yeah. So he is literally rotting. Well, if he was dead, he is rotting. But then, yeah, like, wouldn't the... I mean, you take the Jason Goes to Hell approach, right? They fucking kill Jason. The hospital is crawling with SWAT team and, everything like that. So this dude... So Jason has killed, from part 2, part 3, and now, because they're all, like, almost in rapid succession. They really are in rapid succession. So within, like, a week and a half, this dude has killed, like, 28 people or something. Whatever the body count is. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah, let the locals still deal with this problem.
And there's no police presence whatsoever in the hospital. Like, even in the end of part 1, when she falls out of the fucking canoe after 6 people or 7 people are dead, the fucking sheriff is there, like, questioning her. You would think that there would be police, like, what's the ETA on the autopsy on that fucking crazy serial killer? Like, they'd be wanting it now.
Yeah, Axel's looking around with it. How would you like to have seen another slasher where Axel was working with Bud from Halloween 2?
Fucking Leo Rossi.
Yeah, this sleazeball hospital employees. Not even working for shit either. Like, yeah, Bud getting high on the job.
Yeah.
This dude just drinking and watching workout videos.
Trying to fuck the nurse in the fucking side room.
Yeah, they're both trying to tag the same nurse.
Yep. Hi, girls.
Come on, Wobbly H.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. We really need to find the link to this workout video and post it on our Discord for sure.
It's easy. It's a 30-minute workout.
Nice.
Pam knows about it. You can find them still on YouTube. That's a mean kill too, for ripping his head around backwards.
It's vicious. It's some of Tom Savini's best work. I know that Tom Savini really loves the stuff he did in The Prowler, but it's hard for any of those movies to beat this one for me. Like, but that's just comes from the place of me seeing it so young and really digging it. Smoked in the belly.
Well, some stuff, I mean, because they're wearing the lighting and how things are, how their people are clothed, they're able to hide stuff that still looks good now. Like, that high def hasn't killed. Like, I mean, rewatching The Burning, you can, like, just like in the first Friday, you can see, like, the neckline where, like, oh, that's where the real person is and where he's not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and
true.
Like, there you couldn't tell when he fucking twists that dude's head all the way around backwards and getting Robbie Morgan's nod nurse killed.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Corey Feldman, who when I was a kid, I used to get this movie and Part 5 confused all the time when I would go to the video store and try to rent them. And, you would look on the back of the VHS of Part 5, and the description is, all about Tommy Jarvis on the Part 5 VHS. So I'd be like, this is the one with the kid. And so I would rent Part 5, and I'd go home, and it'd be that dream sequence. And as soon as the dream sequence would start, I'd be like, motherfucker, I got the wrong one again. Like, every 3 months when I went to go rent it, I'd rent the wrong one every time. And I always wanted this one.
I never rented any of the Friday the 13th from the Blockbuster. We had a friend of my mom's had a bunch of VHS tapes that we didn't have. We occasionally would swap and borrow some of their movies. They'd borrow some of ours. So for years, the only Friday the 13th movies I knew were 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the rest for, years. And then I went from 3 to 5 and then on to 7 and 8. So I completely missed the first 1, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah. I was kind of all over the place, at a young age, and I didn't know the order, or there were some that I had seen, some that I hadn't seen.
Didn't know 5 was not Jason for a while. I just thought maybe he just looks really, really fucking weird. It's a dude inside of another dude.
dude inside of another dude disguised as another dude. So at what age do you think, because Tommy is what in this movie? How old is Tommy? He's 12 or something.
I would say 12. Yeah.
He's like the same age Jason was when Jason drowned or whatever, which is kind of like what, you know, what age do you think like he got into makeup effects, and what got him into makeup effects? They don't ever really, touch on that.
From the looks of it, I would say he's been working in makeup effects since the 70s.
Something doesn't add up.
But yeah, like shit. I mean, to anyone else looking in, you'd be like, maybe he just started doing this like a year or two ago. But anyone that's like tried doing any of that stuff or has like tried looking into that stuff, it's like, geez, this dude is doing. Why are they not all living on his special effects money right now?
Right, and also, what do you think his mom does for a living to be able to facilitate and or afford all of those things?
I think she's pimping out fucking Tommy Jarvis for his makeup effects, selling that shit to movie companies.
Yeah.
And when he's not fucking doing makeup effects, they have him doing everything else in the goddamn house. Tommy, fix the power. Tommy, fix the car.
Yeah, no shit.
The electric box.
They do rely very heavily on his his electronical know-how or whatever in this movie.
By what they have make him constantly do in this movie, by the time he gets to part 5, he should be like Michael Weston level in Burn Notice. Like, he should just know how to do a whole lot of things everywhere he is. Like, oh, he's an electrician / auto mechanic.
He's Egon somehow. Like,
yeah. He is Bill Connor, electrician.
Yeah, no shit, adventurer.
Yes.
And then we had the introduction of the teenage group moving to, heading to Camp Crystal Lake, renting the house for the weekend. And this is one of the things when we talked about it on, last week, when we did the live VCast and we were talking about Friday 4. This is one of the things that sets this movie apart from not only the rest of the Friday franchise, but most slashers in general, because there's such a diverse group of kids, and they're not just cookie cutter. Like, even Judy Aronson, who is the slutty girl, she's not necessarily a slutty girl. She has like a boyfriend, so she doesn't bounce around.
She uses what she's got to her advantage, but everybody's got a storyline going on here.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's refreshing to see something like that in a movie that's just supposed to be a numbers game, Yeah. Also, oh, go ahead.
Like Halloween 5, the dude, like the kid who works at the mom and pop convenience store, his whole thing is just to completely know how alcohol works and just get it to the party and laugh.
Oh, Spitz. Yeah, Spitz. He's an idiot.
Yeah, they're like, don't drink it all before we get there. It's like, dude, that's like 20 cases of beer. It's like, he'll be dead if he drinks all that.
Yeah, no shit. And then, another thing that's so great about this movie is the family dynamic, which you're seeing, with the Jarvis family, but also that essentially the lead of the film is a child, which, most of us, when we discover horror at about that age, or and you can really relate to a kid being in that situation. And that's what works so well for me with this movie is I was so young, so I would put myself in those shoes. Like, I'm not old enough to drink. I'm not old enough to party, to fool around with girls or whatever, but I am old enough to peek through my window at the neighbors, or whatever. Or play video games and be into monsters, but that's completely different when a real monster walks through your front door. Like, there's something so awesome about this movie.
I've never noticed. Like, you see the size of Crispin Glover's brief, like his bag or whatever. He's there for a weekend. He's carrying a case that's like, you could probably fit. I mean, look, there it is again. You just saw it for a second. He's got a little brown, like,
it's a picnic basket.
Yeah, like a picnic basket. It's like, that's his weekend. His whole weekend is in there.
It's a Shelly, yeah.
Fucking Shelly packed more than he did.
My whole life's in there. In that little thing, stick around. You'll see.
What the hell do you think he's got in there, man? You couldn't fit more than up. No wonder he didn't have a swimsuit packed.
No, it's he just has that one record in there. No way, not tonight. No way. He loves Lion. Love is a lie.
That would be the shit. He has like 2 pairs of socks, a pair of underwear, and a fucking record. I'm ready for the weekend.
Yup. What if it was just like a giant bag of Coke and that's why he dances so often? Dude, that's the plot they cut out of the movie is Crispin Glover's just fucking coked out of his gourd.
Fucking going full blown Ray Liotta Goodfellas by the.
Well, and that's why he gets the chick. That's why he gets the chick. Teddy Boy's only offering beer, and then he's like, "Come up to my room. I got some Coke." So
if only they'd left like a day earlier, they could have been driving to the camp, had been looking at going, "There's that fucking chopper again."
That would have been awesome. You got to wash these fucking dishes.
See how paranoid I am? I bring the chopper to his ass.
Yeah, I really wish that they would have kept that ending too with the mom. That whole thing, I really like that. But that's a total Zito thing because he does that at the end of Prowler. With the guy in the shower, got the white lenses in and reaches out and grabs her or whatever for that one last.
Yeah, this is the final stinger.
We wouldn't need the stinger, but I would like that ending of finding the mom dead. Here it is.
Yeah, looking through the window.
Mm-hmm. Which every kid can totally relate to. Even adults can relate to this. Like, just that feeling of seeing something you're not supposed to see. It's adorable. Like, I don't know how to. I just think.
I was like, what if they didn't get? Yeah, like what if they didn't get interrupted? He just kept watching while they're.
Then it might stop being adorable. And it might be creepy because you'd be like in the corner like playing with himself or something, which we don't need to see in a Friday movie. But where they cut it off, it's adorable. And it's I've heard a lot of things about Corey, but in my brain I like to imagine him as just like the nicest person in the world. The sweetest person in the world, even though I know that that's not true. But
is it about any of us though?
No. The voice of Donatello should not be a cokehead, but or whatever.
He told us not to do drugs.
Yeah. No wonder you're eating fucking banana and fucking pepperoni pizza. Because you were high out of your mind.
I am high. I'm high. You think you went and opened the window back up?
Yep.
Finished.
And you look at the difference in shorts from that girl to Terry in part 2. Like her ass is just like straight hanging out, and then this girl is like these are a little more tasteful.
We call that the underbun.
Yeah, the underbun.
Which you can essentially probably see if we have to get a camera shot behind Rob Lowe's stunt double here in his shorts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, later when he swims out. Or no, that's not him. When they skinny dip, yeah.
Yeah, blue hat. I'm talking. Yeah, yep. Those gray.
Oh yeah, wicked short shorts with a shirt tucked in.
I don't know why it looks, more acceptable to see a shirt tucked in a movie. But anytime I see someone with a shirt tucked into like sweatpants or jeans and shit in real life, I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, you're weird. Don't do that. Everyone has their shirts tucked in. I never noticed that before. It's kind of weird. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, like that. Don't tuck my shirt into my pants. To me, it's like wearing like cowboy boots and tucking your jeans into the boots.
Well, there's two things wrong with that sentence. I don't. But
you're not a professional wrestler,
right? Boot. Oh man.
That bit she's carrying there twice as big as Crispin Glover's bag of cocaine.
That's true, and she brought books and shit so she could go read at the lake, which, you know, a bunch of books in a fucking duffel bag like that after like a 6 mile hike, you'd be like, I hate books. Like you'd be like, fuck this.
Yeah, nothing quite says why you even here. Like, I'm gonna go away on a weekend trip with a bunch of friends. I'm gonna bring my books.
Yeah.
Like I do in solitary.
Skin a dip. Yeah, no suits. One of my all-time favorite lines ever.
It's not that dude. He kept his hat on.
Yep. What if,
Wolf.
yep, 2 titties.
4 buns. 5 buns.
Yep, boink, 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 2, 6 titties. Some pack of patootsies, huh? What if, is it Lawrence Munson? That's how you say his name? Lawrence Munson, who plays Teddy. What if the character that he is in this movie is the same character from the last American Virgin?
I mean, he gets done dirty in that movie too.
Yeah.
I can see that being the first movie, and this is him like, fuck that, I'm gonna change my whole image and get me a leather or give me a denim vest to wear.
Yep.
Like,
Trying to switch it up.
Yeah, but still, like, inside, he's still that same guy who's gonna be sitting by himself watching old porn.
Yeah. Yep. Party tonight.
We had like 4 or 6 packs of Coors.
Yeah. Which fucking Teddy drinks all of them.
I don't know who the hell brought the champagne either. Maybe that just was already there.
It might have been like, thanks for renting our cabin. Like a, it's in the fridge type of deal.
Yep, here's the first Tommy fix the thing.
Tommy, fix this. Already tried it.
I am not a car guy. Like, yeah, I might as well be just looking into the into the human brain right there.
Yeah, like I see some black stuff.
Just look at things and like try it.
Yeah, we're Paul from fucking Friday 2, just looking at it. Yeah, go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah,
I don't fix cars. I can change a tire, but yeah, I'm not. You pop that hood, and that's Greek to me. I'm not a mechanic. If I can't punch it and make it work, I don't know what to do.
But I've had a piece of electronics actually work with that. Only once though. So I call it Fonz tactic.
Oh, the Blu-ray player. Yep.
There she is. Like, I'm gonna go down to the lake with everybody and read a book.
Mm-hmm. She's honestly the only smart one though, because they filmed. I mean, you're not supposed to know that it's not warm, but she's got a fucking sweater on. Everybody else is freezing their fucking dicks off. And she's like, nah, it's a good thing I get to stay dry. But depending on how many times they shot the scene of her getting yanked into the water.
Take 47.
Oh my god.
That's why her leg is twitching so much right there. She's pretty cold.
Already freezing.
Yeah. After this is when they shot her shower scene where she gets to like turn the heat up real high.
Yeah. Which I believe that's just totally a stunt double when they're fucking in the shower. I don't believe that it's her. I don't think nudity was in her contract.
You don't think those are her buns pressed against the shower glass door?
I don't. Speaking of buns, there's a pair of buns. That's
my favorite scene.
See? Fucking penny loafer dress shoes.
Penny loafer.
This motherfucker wears a penny loafer,
He's not striking matches on that shit riding the bike. Terrorizing kids.
What the hell else kind of shoes would you call those? Those aren't work boots. They cut back and, you see Rob, but those first feet that were there, those were Jason's feet, because those were the tan pants. They weren't blue jeans.
Now, that guy knows how to pack.
Mm-hmm. He's been up there for 2 days. If you follow the timeline.
Yeah, we just need him meeting Crispin Glover and their packing styles. Like, how long you been out here? 2 days. How long you gonna be here? 2 days.
Yeah, no shit.
I feel like I underpacked. I feel like I overpacked. And I was listening to, I can't remember where it was. I listened to somebody talk about this series and how, no, it was the CinemaSins talking about how they keep referencing bears in the series. It's not been a single bear attack yet.
Yeah, that's true. That would be amazing. We should just, we just intercut Grizzly with Friday the 13th 4. We had Jason dueling with a fucking bear.
That'd be great if that's how part 5 did end. Instead of them knocking him onto farm equipment, a bear just out of nowhere just tackles his ass at the barn and an arm off and just mangling him. And you just see him up in the top level of the barn, just peeking over and like,
oh my God! New guy's in the corner puking his guts out.
Like fucking went the same way.
Yeah. That'd be glorious because Roy would have been covered in everybody else's blood, so the bear could have smelled it. Oh, that'd be fucking amazing. You need to make a meme of a bear like dragging off the pieces of Joey after he gets hacked up. With his fucking arm all fucked up. It wasn't,
I'll try to intercut that with like some scenes from Without a Paddle where Seth Green gets taken away by a bear. Just fucking Roy's mask on him.
Oh man. This is another thing that's goes with the time. I mean, now we're looking at Tommy's effects stuff, but the whole thing about him just dragging that stranger into the house and like the mom not immediately stopping it.
Yeah. I'd have been the same way. I was that way partially with a couple of my older sister's boyfriends that I thought were kind of cool. Like, come in my room and look at my shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the difference there being that your family had a relationship with those people, so for them to just show up into your house wasn't like a strange thing. When just some 6'2" dude with a fucking shotgun on his back comes, hey, come up to my kid's room.
This clearly armed man, armed adult, just was like, "Hi, I've made a friend."
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out upstairs with your 12-year-old. We're gonna shut the door. Oh yeah, it's time for lying. Love is a lie. Everybody's favorite part 4 scene.
That makes more sense with his suitcase full of coke.
Yep, exactly.
All right, I'm gonna put this on.
Show you motherfuckers how to dance. It's good. Pretty sure I had that exact TV that's in that corner. Oh man, glorious, glorious.
I can believe that coke just kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him like, yeah. He's been up in his room for 15 minutes. What's he doing up there?
Yep. Just rubbing his teeth and shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Dumb.
Eat him up. Eat him up. Yum, yum, yum.
You weren't supposed to give it up till the end of the song.
I like so much about this movie. Like we were talking about her and how she kind of gives off that slutty vibe, but
dang, he's rapey a little bit.
Yeah.
Ripping the neck.
that get you fucking tased in 2019, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna get bit on the lip, hit in the nuts, and probably in the chest too, for good measure.
Yep. Just like how quickly this dude kind of just gives up on his girlfriend. Like he definitely has the wandering eye.
Yeah. Whatever's gonna say yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I mean, really short cut off jean shorts and a long sleeve red shirt.
And a blue hat. Like,
Blue.
they
He
got
untucked
like
it, though, so you can tell he's ultra casual now.
yeah, oh yeah, it's drinking time. You untuck your shirt when it's drinking time. Friday night. And this whole thing too, it seems a little desperate, a little quick. Like, you can come back anytime.
Bring your gun.
Does she kiss him? She kisses him, right?
Maybe on the cheek. I don't remember.
Which seems
I'm just trying to, I noticed him carrying the bag in his hand. I'm trying to think if I saw him carrying that bag earlier. If it was, I swear he just had his backpack earlier.
like maybe she gave him some clean clothes.
No, he kissed her.
Yep.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just going to set up camp like 4 feet away.
In between the two houses.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move into your driveway if that's okay. You have running water, and your son really likes me.
We have a play date tomorrow.
That's some fucking nowhere to run Jean-Claude Van Damme shit. That's weird.
Ugh.
You got the hot one.
He's wearing those pants that are like, it's 4 buttons all the way up.
Yeah. Who wears those? What the fuck?
Fucking hated pants. I had like 2 pairs way back in the day when I was a kid, and I hated that shit.
I don't recall ever having pants like that. This is an outside game.
But it's a total rental, so there's no one here to be like, hey, it's chairs and antique.
Yeah, you're ruining the floor, you fucks.
I just wonder what a cabin like that even costs in Jersey, out in the woods, between 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids.
I don't know.
What'd you think? Maybe $800, maybe
Yeah,
$100 a piece.
Yeah, something like that. Wouldn't be too far fetched. But also,
Right.
since it's like, it's not like a vacation hub. You know, it's just one cabin. It's not like there's multiple cabins. So
Yeah.
I don't know that it would even be that high. Maybe, especially in '84. So like
Man,
$250.
who the hell would they contact to get a hold of it?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably some random. It was probably like their fucking like social studies teacher. It's like, yeah, I got a cabin out there. I'll rent to you.
It
Some
had to
shit
be,
like that.
not like anyone met him out there to give him keys and like a rundown of everything.
Yeah, and
just
they don't.
Halfway in.
Yeah, and they don't say, you know, that it's one of their parents or anything like that. And also, it is kind of a small. It's a small house for that many people.
Who the hell lives here?
Well, you know, I mean, that's why they have to double up. That's why everybody has to share a room or whatever. Which it seems sort of like poor planning. Because if you were like, we're going to go, you know.
No, that totally seems like 21-year-old planning. Like, we got a cabin. Oh. No one's going to be like, how many rooms? Who fucking gives a shit?
Sleep on the floor. I'm drinking till I pass the fuck out.
I got 8 Coors right here, man. I'm sleeping forever.
I dare you not to drink water for the rest of the weekend. Well, we're about to get an eye full. I'm just waiting for it. Like a total perv. Like Corey Feldman. Like some spastic mongoloid geek. Bam! 2 more titties. We got to be close.
She's bra free all weekend, apparently.
Mm-hmm. She's gorgeous. She was in another movie with David Naughton called The Sleeping Car. That's pretty fucking rad. Awesome little horror movie. David Naughton rents this a sleeping car of a train, like a train that's
Oh,
parked. Yeah. And so he is living in this rail car, and it's haunted. The train is haunted, and it's actually pretty dope. You should look into that if you ever get a chance. Look up the trailer.
man, there's so many places you can't even swim in the lake anymore because the water is just, I mean, you would get sick instantly because of how much shit is in it.
Yeah.
Sad. I mean, I'm sure the water was way cleaner then.
Yeah. Fucking 4
Today,
years ago. Yeah.
That water is totally uninhabitable in 2019.
Mm-hmm. She got sick, but for a whole different reason.
Yeah. She got sick because they're filming in the fucking winter time.
Yeah.
So we can make a summer release.
Yeah, and that's not a fog machine. That's just the crew breathing behind the camera. It's like, this is fucking miserable. She should win a fucking Academy Award for being 4 foot deep in 10-degree fucking water.
We're going to go inside so they don't see our breath.
I'm telling you, that's just the DP breathing. Because it goes away. Yep. There it comes again. Darn it. Always thought her death is brutal looking, but the noise that she makes is hilarious. Like
she almost goes cross-eyed, like
yeah,
like she's like if someone's like pretend like you're dying cartoon.
Like asking an 8-year-old to pretend like they're dying.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly it.
Or like Lee Wainel. I always butcher his name in Saw when he pretends to smoke the cigarette that's poison.
Lee Wainel. Yeah, I mean, like, if I was Carrie Elway's character, I would just flip the light back on and be like, really?
Did you, speaking of Lee Wainel, did you see in the news that they are doing a remake of The Invisible Man, and he's playing the Invisible Man?
That's rad.
Yeah, could be good. Hopefully they don't fuck it up like they fucked up The Mummy. I didn't even see that because I don't need to, but
I don't think anyone. I think, I would have went out and saw it, but it was only out for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, disappeared. They were like, no, this did not do good.
Now Crispin Glover's wearing the blue hat.
Mm-hmm. Which the blue hat apparently means you're getting laid. Just pass that around.
It's fun. Whoever's wearing this hat at the end of the night, I'm gonna fuck them.
Mm-hmm. The blue hat actually has herpes.
Twist.
I love Crispin Glover. He does such a good job of being like, he's just weird enough, but also, very realistic and very likable. It's just something about him.
He doesn't play it to the point where you're like, nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. He plays
on the other hand.
It's just awkward enough to be believably real.
Yeah. Teddy, on the other hand, is one step away from being Ted Bundy. Like he's close.
Yeah, he's a good 3 conversations in the mirror away from kidnapping someone in his car.
That's true. Straight up true. He's got like the rape kit in the back of the fucking station wagon already. Handcuffs. Fucking.
No, he ain't even got that. He's just got like 3 different kinds of tape, like a masking tape, duct tape, electrical tape, 1 trash bag,
half a baseball bat, like
the top half of a baseball bat.
What happened to this thing? Don't ask.
Hit him with the blunt end of it, or stab him with the sharp end that broke off.
Oh, this dude gets it so rough too, man. Like, this movie has.
It would have been better if when he is like stuck up with that harpoon gun, if it just would have like shot his crotch out through his asshole and just would have seen it like hurling on a spear across the moon like E.T.
That would have been if it was part 3 in 3D. They probably would have tried a shot like that with the camera up above looking. Darn it. The deaths in this movie are so fucking awesome, and just really like capture that Friday the 13th feel. Like whenever I think of Friday the 13th kills, these are the ones that, you know, stick out. They're like just visceral enough. They're not like silly. Well, I just said they're not silly while the guy was getting harpooned in the dick. So
I was more laughing at the look at him here, coming out of the tent, be like, what the hell?
Yeah. You got it.
Like to know he's reacting to just any noise in the woods, like he's fucking hunting us down as an owl.
Yeah. Woo, woo. Yeah, he's fucking Corporal Teddy Duchamp.
Whatever. I can see him being more like Ben Stiller in Tropic Thunder, just fucking cutting up something. I killed a panda.
Living inside the panda while it's raining. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he kills an owl and he sticks it on his fucking head.
He's fucking eating it by a fire. Listen to people screaming in the background. You getting my food?
Day 4 in the woods. Oh, man.
Like, that'd have been good. Like, he's eating the fucking bird, and he hears that scream, and he starts eating faster, trying to get...
This is mine. I also like the Jason, like, right in front of him, just went to his tent and was like, this gun? Fuck it. Like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck your gun. Like,
that's proof he's still alive right there if he has to fuck up that gun. Which... Yeah, talk about record speed timing, like running there really quick. Yeah,
incredible.
Just hitting it on the ground.
Yeah, how far away was Rob, do you think, from that?
From that, he was like 20, 30 feet, maybe.
Yeah,
top.
Yeah, well, he wasn't running. I think, you know, he was scared enough walking out when he heard the scream. So you imagine he was walking at a fucking snail's pace coming back to that. Like, oh, I don't want to fuck with that. Like, he's like the least heroic hero.
Gun? Why'd he bring grab a machete? I hear someone screaming, I'm gonna grab the gun.
Mm-hmm. Straight up. Oh man. Yeah, I do think that Rob is totally like the least heroic hero ever. Like,
yeah, he wants to be. He wants to be that guy. He has best intentions.
Yeah, he came to help, but he doesn't help at all. Like, literally does not save any of them. None of them get saved because of him. Really? I mean,
no.
By the time he comes to the vacation home, everyone is dead in the vacation home.
Yeah, I'm even trying to think of, like, even by, I mean, yeah, the closest he gets is when his corpse is thrown through that window.
Yeah, he doesn't
believe.
He doesn't even, I mean, Trish doesn't die, but it's not because he did anything to stop Trish from dying. He told her to run. She leaves. She comes back.
I forgot my purse.
Yeah. And, you know, she does the old fucking Return of the Living Dead on the steps. The steps break and, you know.
I should mind the third step. It's a bitch.
It's a bitch. And Jason gets a hold of her, but she saves herself. She chops him in the hand and runs like hell, you know. So what does he do other than he kisses her on the cheek, he makes friends with Tommy.
He had a map with him, so I'm assuming he was using his map to map out, or using the map to map out his search pattern, looking for his sister.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why Jason took the time. He fucked up the gun. Why? Like, well, he's not gonna know where the fuck he is either, too.
Mm-hmm. And that's a like interesting thing too about the gun being destroyed, is you know, because when most people think of Jason, they think of like the 6, 7, 8, 9 Jason, or not even 9, but you know, they think of that Jason. Like, he's cannot, yeah,
you didn't give a shit what you hit him with.
Yeah, because he doesn't ever get shot with a firearm until 6. You know?
Yeah.
So
Here he's that's why he's human here. He's aware to know, like, man, this thing killed the shit out of me.
that
I
would
better
fucking...
pick it.
It would be interesting to see, you know, like part 4, Jason take a fucking like a shotgun round to the fucking shoulder or something. You know, I mean, they did it in the new Halloween where Michael is back to the roots of like being like a real person, and they blow his fingers off, but then she also dings him in the shoulder, and you know, it'd be awesome to see Jason like react to that injury and keep going forward. Even in the remake when they brought him back as a person, you know, he's like Rambo. That cop tries to get a shot off at him. Someone tries to get a shot off at him, and they don't hit him with it. But it'd be awesome to see him take one, and see like
what noises he makes when you grunt and groan when you stab him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he, you know, in 3 he takes that knife to the knee, which, you know, fucks him up. This one, the only time in this one, which we talked about in the VCast last week, the live VCast, was the only time in this one that he takes anything really like a champ is the hand getting fucked up.
Yeah, and he looks at that and is like...
He grunts, but, you know, when he takes he gets hit in the chest, she hits him in the chest, that fucks him up, and he smacks the lamp.
Out of anger, pain, I would think, yeah.
Yeah, and then they fucking blast him with the TV.
But yeah, I feel if my hand was split down the middle, Spock style, my impulse would be to clutch it underneath my arm or something. You know, be like, oh.
Yeah, he was in total shock. He was just like, shit.
Fucking doing the
task at hand.
Gecko shit, like looking at fucking Quentin.
Yep. Tape that fucker up.
Yeah, take a shot of tequila and spit it all over it.
Ugh, man. Yeah.
Because it's medically accurate, or just because you've seen it in the movies? I've seen it in the movies.
Yep.
You spit hard alcohol on open wounds.
Yep. That's exactly what I would do too. I don't know. Seems right. Just fill up a sink.
In the movie.
Did the movie lie? I'd fucking like just fill up the bottom half of my sink with like rubbing alcohol and just dip my hand in it. Ah! Like, that's supposed to work. Sterile now. I'm good.
Yeah, let's tape this baby up. I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm. Stitch it up. I don't know that you can stitch half of your fucking hand back together. Like, there needs to be like popsicle sticks or something. Some type of splint. Dead, Mom.
Or maybe lightning struck and just scared her and she just ran off into the woods. She's been living like Rob.
Yeah. What kind of asshole has 2 fucking lollipops in their mouth too? Like, why are you doing that? Just put one in, save one for, you know, in 20 minutes.
I get a kid doing that easily, like making the suicide drinks at the soda fountain. Like, I'm like, a bit of all of it. And like, well, I'm gonna get strawberry and green apple.
And that tastes like shit.
It's much different.
Yeah. And then you smack the kid because they wasted $1.50 because they're not going to drink it because they don't like the way it tastes. I'm just kidding. I'm not advocating smacking children.
We are if we were living in the time this movie came out. That's when it was still cool to do that. And
get the
riding
belt
without a seatbelt.
Yeah, you get the belt. You can also make your children fix the fucking phone, fix the electricity, fix the car, do the dishes, take the dog for a walk.
No, now it's, hey, fix my tablet. Hey, what can I do on my phone? Fucking fix the phone line. Dude, kid wouldn't even know where the hell the phone lines are.
Yeah, and they react pretty truthfully to the fact that their mother isn't home, which is, you know, just another thing that this movie does so well. It's like they have genuine like concern. Their mom is gone. It's not like they just come in and fucking kick back and do whatever.
They're finally reacting like they should, knowing that there was a massacre this past weekend
Right.
in their area.
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Like,
Kill me?
They're reading the paper where it's in the newspaper talking about it, and they're just, all right.
Yeah. Well, we'll be, 2 miles down on the, still sharing land with the same fucking lake. It should be safe.
Yeah. Don't lock the door.
Yeah. Like, get wasted. You should be like the most alert ever. You should be dipping into Nancy's fucking Stowawake stash.
Be great if he busts in on her. I was like, you the one fucking on my map and my gun. It's you, wasn't it? You busted it, didn't you?
Also, like what was plan? Like, what was the rest of his plan? He slashed his tent, so like now if he tries to sleep in there, he's gonna get rained on. Like, I don't know.
I don't even know what was he doing anyway when he left the tent because he heard a noise, came back to the tent, noticed his stuff was gone, and then left it again.
Yeah. Maybe he was following Jason's tracks. Which, if that was the case, he would have saved some of these people at the vacation home.
You can't follow no tracks. Because he ended up back at the campsite again. Well, I lost him. I just went in a big circle.
Well, it's just like the Friday the 13th Nintendo game. He was following the map. It said to go left, so he went left, but he actually went right.
And he got the map fucked up, so he was looking at it, or he's reading it wrong. That's why he went in a whole circle.
Yep. Nothing pisses me off more than that map on that fucking Nintendo game. God damn it.
Yep, everyone died in that sucker.
Yep.
Everyone playing that game is Rob.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you are Rob, you aren't saving anybody.
Well, was I a dead fuck?
I want to do it again. Like, his character is so awesome because his character has all these like little mini arcs. He's going through all this trouble with the girl that left him, and so he's questioning himself, and then you put it in the hands of Crispin Glover, who can actually act. So that character has so much life and has so much going for him.
Dude.
So when he dies, it sucks, man.
And do you think he sneakily grabbed her panties to take them upstairs?
I think he just took them off.
Or was she getting dressed and he's like, can I keep those?
Yeah. Staple them on my wall for my conquest.
Or he's like, what's that? And when she's not looking, he grabs them and stuffs them down his shorts. And then he keeps them.
And she only came with one pair because, like, she didn't have a suitcase. They were just riding their bikes to the lake to go swim, and then they were going to go home or whatever.
Yeah, and Teddy just fucking hangs on to that shit.
Yeah. Which,
he's got to rub one out using that thing later.
He would have if he would have had the time. I also think that a pair of white underwear, after you've been traipsing through the fucking woods all day, the corkscrew to the hand. But yeah, white underwear. You've been traipsing through the woods all day, and then you just had like a sweaty, sexy romp. I just think that those underwear they're a different shade of white. They're a little.
They're not dudes, man. Chicks are way cleaner than we are.
Okay, and then also he gets thrown out, or she gets thrown out the window, and she has new underwear on. So where did those come from? Did she just sneak into like one of the other girls' rooms and it's like, just gonna take a pair? Like maybe she's a klepto. Maybe that's a storyline of hers that got deleted, that she was a total klepto. She was there just pocketing shit.
Or maybe she's like, she can't find where hers went because somebody five-fingered them, so she just went to the community chest drawer there where there's just random pairs and threw those on.
These are too
I
big.
don't hear that shit either. Like,
Yeah, right outside.
Getting broke and someone screaming, falling out a window upstairs.
What's that, Gordon?
The fuck happened to the car? You had a dent in the hood of your car?
Oh, shit.
Bitch.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. I also like that there's a newspaper, like a picture of him.
Yeah, that's
with
the last day on the job right there. He was murdered immediately afterwards, and they found his Blair Witch style.
But if Jason will bash up your fucking gun, don't you think he would stomp on that fucking camera too? Like,
oh, he got my photograph.
Dang it. Or are you insinuating that, Jason's not smart enough to know what a camera is, but he knows what a gun is? What are you trying to say there, Zito?
He smashes anything that'll shoot anything.
Yeah. Flash bulbs freak him out.
And Tommy fixed the second thing in the house. Now he's got to figure out how to get power back on, which up until owning a house, I don't have a clue at how that would have done that up until...
Yeah. Well, maybe Tommy's dad was like a really like hands-on dad, teaching him about, maybe he was like a mechanic or something.
What, when he was 9? I think Tommy's had to learn all this shit by just trial and error.
By default, because he's the man in the house now? Like,
yeah. Mom just sees shit happen. She's like, well, I'll tell Tommy to deal with that when he gets home. I made the dinner.
Yep.
Tommy, take these plates to the table. Tommy, clean up the table.
And eat these fucking leftovers and like it. And the mom, I swear to God, the mom does not have a job. Although this movie does take place on a Friday. Or does it? If it follows Friday the 13th 2 timeline, this could very well be, shouldn't even be the weekend. Technically, right? Shouldn't be the weekend. Should be
like Monday.
Like Monday, yeah. So
Maybe.
The mom should have been at work, but she had time to get up at, is it 6 a.m. once around the lake? Is that the line, or is it 5 a.m.? 6 a.m. once around the lake.
Maybe she takes a vacation like how I take a vacation. I don't take a vacation on Monday through Friday. I take that shit like a Wednesday to Wednesday.
Yeah.
That way I don't work a full week for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
still have
glorious.
Off in between.
It's glorious to take Wednesdays off. For any of you who work a 9-to-5 job, call in sick on Wednesdays. You have my permission. What you do is, if you know you're going to call in sick on Wednesday, you can treat Tuesday like Friday. So you can stay up wicked late, watch movies, eat pizza, and then have all day Wednesday like it's your Saturday. And then you have to go to bed at a regular time for work on Thursday, which then you only have 2 days of the work week left. You're welcome.
Life tips while the shower steps is going on.
Yeah, well, we just I gave you life tips while Teddy lost his life.
Yeah, well, Teddy got the tip of a knife.
Man, and that's an awesome kill too. The only kill,
and he was while during that scene, like in the extra stuff, like he was smoking in his trailer. Like he was a method actor for that scene.
Yeah, I think Crispin Glover was a method actor too. I think he was just high on coke the entire time. But that's the story.
I don't think he's a method actor. I think you just get Crispin Glover on, and the best you could do is convince him he has a different name.
Yeah, no shit. That's true. It's kind of like
you just do whatever the hell it is you do, and we'll all cut.
It's like Ice Cube in a movie. Ice Cube is always Ice Cube. He just has a different name.
Yeah.
Got the lip bite thing. But what I was saying is in this movie, the weakest death is hers, in my opinion. It's
because I don't even quite understand it. Does he throw a fucking axe through a door?
Through the door.
The chest through the door? But how does it completely go through the door if it's got a handle on it? Like that shit wouldn't. Shit would just tumble like this. Like
maybe he doesn't throw it. Maybe he just whop,
At most,
chops through, and
at
then
most,
she falls back through the hole. I don't know.
I would think he would throw it. The axe bar would go through the door, and the wooden handle of it would hit her in the face.
Break her nose, add insult
Yeah,
to
so
injury.
she's just laying on the ground, like fucking holding her face, and that's when he comes and picks the axe up again, and just chop that wood.
Yeah. Yeah, so and her death is definitely the weakest, and it is disorienting. It's like tough to understand what happens. In my opinion, I don't think he throws the axe. I think he's on the other side of the door, and I think he just chops it like wicked hard because she's like kind of pressed up against the door, or you're supposed to think she's pressed up against the door. I think when it shows it, she kind of has some distance, but he gets it the best. He is getting.
Maybe she opened the door in Roger Cobb's house, and that fucking long. Yeah, his face smashed into the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his is awesome because it's like he is supposed to be the super pretty boy, the handsome guy, and Jason literally just
He looks like
fucking,
like a jacked Rob Lowe.
yeah, and Jason just mushes his face and crushes it. It's awesome. And then to add insult to injury, lets him fucking drop on this glass.
Which is believable since he can fucking bend a shotgun with his hand so you can smash a face against the shower wall.
Yeah. I don't think it would take very much.
I saw that. I would think that was a terrible accident. I'd go see if he's okay. I would think someone killed him.
Yeah. Like he slipped and
he slipped on soap and fell through the front of the door.
Oh, Jesus.
I might get help.
Yeah, why didn't you go to the front room and see where anybody else is? But see,
it just kind of, I don't know, it just appears.
Yeah. And that could have something to do with the editing. Like that something had to be edited out. Maybe it showed too much, and because they were always walking that fine line with the MPAA. It could have been something simple as 2 extra seconds worth to give us that impact or something.
And they're like re-editing, like, we already destroyed all the unused footage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like when that dude was editing Shocker, and he was just fucking cutting shit with scissors and throwing it in the trash and throwing it on the floor. Just pieces of Shocker everywhere in that dude's office. Which is a sad state of affairs.
Just rip this off the wall and it'll look important.
Yeah. Them fucking monster thumbnails, dude. Or fingernails.
Man, what if that was the way you got rid of the phone lines in the game? You just rip the whole phone box off the wall and just throw it in the woods.
That would be... But you can only do it with rage, so then you can't...
Yeah. Throw that shit.
Fuck this phone box. Oh, man. And then good old Gordon. Which that's another thing that's edited weirdly that causes debate among fans, is the demise of the dog. Because the way it's edited to me is that he jumps out the window.
Yeah. The only way you could, if they were gonna, he's jumping because they use it to jump out the window. If they were gonna say the dog was thrown out the window, they would get a fucking fake dog and throw that shit out the goddamn window.
Right. Yeah, and that's, Jason...
Fucker out there and have it land on the car that the chicken
lands on, like, the bird feeder, like, in the game. Just fucking... But, like... Oh, I don't even know where I was going with that. I totally lost it.
Picturing just a pile of corpses all on top of this station wagon.
Yeah. But they could have filmed something with him throwing the dog. And so they don't. So they have the dog jump out the window. And there's really no explanation for it either. But then also, that's 2 stories at best. And dogs are far more nimble than people. So if he's landing on muddy ground, she literally falls out 2 stories in fucking 10 minutes and gets up and walks away. So, like, do you think that the dog would be dead? Like,
no.
I'm not, yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Because windows don't cut you when you jump out of them in the movies.
Yeah, no shit. So, but even if he had got cut going through the window, it's 2 stories on muddy ass ground.
It's soft.
Yeah, it's soft. Dogs are kind of awesome at like jumping off of things and landing on, like landing safely. I don't know. It's not concrete. Like that would fuck that dog up for sure, but
It'd fuck it up, but I mean, that's the difference between us and animals is their sense of survival. Like they will chew a fucking arm off without thinking twice about it if they have to get away from something. We're gonna stretch it out for 90 minutes and then begrudgingly do it.
mm-hmm. So you let us know in the comments if you think that Gordon the dog was thrown or jumped, and if you believe Gordon the dog is alive. Because I think...
Clearly the dog today. Well, not today. Like the dog's not still alive today.
No. One could dream. What if
The
he
tail,
was like
the tail is wagging. That dog is jumping.
Mm-hmm. So if he jumps out the window, I believe he's alive. And what I think happened is, because we don't see an impact, we don't ever see the dog again.
We don't hear any whimpers, and I don't think this movie is too good to not have a dog whimper a dog whimpering sound before they throw it out a window.
Right. So what I think happened is he jumps out the window and he fucking hightails it.
Did you see that size of that motherfucker?
Fuck that. Which is
Bigger Shelly going into the barn.
See you later, Bigger Shelly. Which is kind of weird because the dog is so faithful to Tommy that it would have been kind of cool to see the dog run back to protect Tommy. I think that would have been kind of a neat. I let you borrow Bad Moon, didn't I?
Yes.
Have you got a chance to watch that?
No.
When you do watch that, I kind of feel like Gordon, the dog from this, would be like the dog from Bad Moon. And that would have been amazing to see the dog, like kind of back up Tommy, to keep Tommy backed up in the corner, and then the dog jumping at Jason. Like, when they're trapped inside Tommy's room. And
I would think the dog jumping and attacking would have been a good, like, double whammy when he grabs Tommy through the window.
Yeah.
It hits him with a hammer, and then the dog's, like, chewing at his leg from the outside.
And then like they go through the window, and then you hear the dog like whimper and get killed. Like you don't need to see it, but you would know, and it would be like a.
Yeah, you give the hero death to the dog that Rob doesn't get.
Yeah, and then at, because you and I are both against animal death in film, but something like that, like a, it's not for no reason. Like the dog is a character. The dog has heroic traits. The dog, that whole man's best friend thing, and then it protecting the kid and keeping the kid safe and going out on a shield would be awesome.
See what he's stabbing him there with that same tool that Rod was using to freak out Johnny Depp with in Elm Street. Intense, huh?
Intense, huh? Yep.
Up yours with a twirling lawn mower.
Man, that would take forever to kill somebody with. Like that's why he keeps screaming, he's killing me, because it's like, this is gonna take about a half hour unless I hit you in a fucking artery. Like
it's gonna be a fucking mess. It's gonna be a mess.
Fucking blood up in all the cobwebs in between the rafters and shit.
Like that movie, Very Bad Things, where they fucking stab that fucking like hotel attendant and him in the bathroom. I was like, that bathroom was fucking ripped to shit while it took that guy forever to bleed out and die.
Yeah, it's like I Spit on Your Grave, the dude getting his dick cut off and bleeding out everywhere.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to fuck up my Friday the 13th knowledge, but is this the first time? No, this isn't the first time, really. I was going to say where Jason starts, like, stringing people up and using them like traps, but that's not true, because he leaves the dude by the pitchfork with the neck in part 3.
Well, Fox.
It does that with Fox. Throws
Whoa.
Rick through the window.
That guy.
Yeah, Loco, Fox, Loco, and fucking Spider or whatever the guy's name is. Um, and
I'm trying to think in two. I mean, besides the dude that's in the pig snare upside down.
yeah, um, let's see. This is the best one. Ah, nasty.
How would he had strung up the dude in the wheelchair in the second one? What do you think he should have done? Like, he was going to do something with him because he had to do something that either incorporates the wheelchair or the fact that he can't walk.
Just fucking like hook it up like it was a tire swing. just have it swinging.
He's swinging from his chair.
Yeah, and that's another great thing that Friday the 13th started with the first one. They would do a close shot, and then as soon as they would cut to that wide and there was a window in the shot, you knew something was coming through that window. They do that in the first one. They do that in the third one. They do that in this one. And they don't ever really stop. It's kind of like a signature in the franchise.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Like a Ted blown through that door.
Just like Roy in part 5. So it's not illogical to think that just a strong person. I mean, these movies obviously you suspend belief, but like if Jason can do it and he's just a mongoloid, like you could accept the fact that Roy could just walk through one of those doors. You could accept it.
Angry. Yeah.
Yeah, because what if Roy, we take the men behind, or not, I almost said men behind the masks. Behind the mask. Yeah, you take the behind the mask approach, and he has all that stuff. He's pre-gaming. So he has like scored that door, and that door is weak at some point, Everyone's watching the movie or something. He's in there fucking scoring it like a fucking table in WWE, So it's going to break right in the center.
Straight up balsa wood. Replace all these doors with balsa wood doors.
Better than nothing, Ben. No
good.
He's just vicious in this movie, man. And, like, they know they're trapped, and they're fucking horrified. I love it.
Like this at the television set.
Yeah. At the Spanish announcement table.
By God almighty. He's got a family.
Stop the damn match!
I must go to Oklahoma on a Saturday night, payday weekend.
I just think that, I mean, everybody loves Kane. We talked about that on last Friday. But Ted White he brings something so different to the role. Broker was really big and had like the big traps, just a thick, scary dude. Well, and Ted White is not necessarily like thick or, he doesn't have the stature of like a Kane or a Ken. They're not, he's not 8 foot tall. He's not carved out of stone. But the looks that he gives them, and especially this part with this little cat and mouse deal, it's so subtle.
Which one am I gonna take?
Mm-hmm.
And you get him running.
Yeah. And it's scary, dude. Like, when you get to 6, and 6 is very, like, silly and fun, him just walking through the woods in the daylight. And this, like, you don't really get to see him until it's, like, the last reel. And then it's, like, the payoff. And you're supposed to be scared. Like that, standing in the doorway.
Ugh. Yeah. Could you imagine fucking Kane running in his movie?
Yeah, I mean, you're in trouble. I mean, when he's Victor Crowley and he comes running in the first one, when he comes running out and kills the Permatios, like,
there you go, through the window.
Mm-hmm. You telling me.
Through the wood. And then with shards of glass flying all around her. Bam.
Just fine. Yeah. Minor. What is it? What's the line from Last Action Hero? He's okay. Minor flesh wound.
He could live through that. She
yep.
just blows up in an explosion.
2 days till retirement.
Well, not now.
But yeah, if she can take that, Gordon the dog is cool, guys. Rest assured, we are telling you, Gordon the dog is alive and well in the woods eating squirrels.
What possessed Tommy to take this route to things?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, like that he reached this conclusion out of nowhere. Like,
yeah, like it's about as out of nowhere as that fucking axe came from that door.
Yeah, it is pretty. It's pretty out of nowhere. I mean, we know that Tommy is smart and stuff, but also,
which should be a reference for how fast things happen now. That was like a Friday the 13th Part 4 axe to a door.
Yeah, that's a total good reference. We're gonna adopt that.
There's a fire axe out of nowhere.
But yeah, as smart as he is, he should have taken that time and ran. He should have pulled a Reggie the Reckless and got the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm.
Man, oh shit. Oh god.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood. I'm passing out.
Push it back together.
He's a little bit more hesitant now. And right to the fucking chest. Like,
God damn it.
Yeah, and he's grunting the whole time she's smacking him in the head too. Like, it's Dr. Loomis. Like he's angry. He does a good job of like showing the anger by doing the grunts, but he doesn't overdo them.
And
it's not like
looks just as confused as we are. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, did you shave your goddamn head?
I'm really glad that only happens the 2 times really in the franchise with the trying to outsmart him, rather than just taking it to him.
Yeah,
that's kind of like a weird
trying to appeal to the softer side of Jason.
Yeah, because it can only work so many times. Like, he is whatever. Like, he is not supposed to be the smartest, but you can't do that to him every time. It would just get ridiculous. So, man,
it'd be like, how are we gonna kill Freddy? We're gonna pull him out of the dream. Didn't we already do that?
Yeah, it's fine. Do it again. And this awesome reveal. Which
slow motion, grab the machete.
Mm-hmm. And if there's not a lot of in-depth making of the Friday the 13th films on any of the editions, but there is a fantastic documentary called Scream Greats, Tom Savini, that Fangoria put out way back in like 1990, I think, somewhere around there. And they have all of Tom Savini's behind-the-scenes footage and talking with him while he worked on these effects. So it's not an official Part 4 making of or anything, but you get a good hour of him working on the effects for this film, which is pretty rad.
That's still a good effect, just like brain just sliding off.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck in the ground machete. I like how she's like, what the hell happened to you?
Yeah.
What'd you do to your head?
Is that shit gonna grow back in time for Gremlins?
Blah, 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 blah.
I love this too. Like, it's.
He just went off the deep end.
Yep, and he was sicker than shit or something, wasn't he, when he did this?
Yeah, because of that, wearing that bald cap, it kept trapped in all the heat in his head, so he was running a fever.
Mm-hmm. Sicker than fuck.
Yeah, probably much makeup they were doing to make him look pale and shit. Just like, let's leave that bald cap on it for 12 hours. He'll look the part.
Mm-hmm. So he was miserable, but he gave it all he had, and what you get is that iconic die. It's amazing.
Which, I'd heard in Part 5 when I saw it way back when, didn't know a reference for the rest of the movie, so I always thought it sounded... I didn't know what the reference was, so I always thought it sounded like someone like doing a karate kick or something, like fucking Rick in Nightmare 4. Die!
Yeah.
Die!
Sigh! Sigh. Swish. Kill the fish. Man, I cannot say enough good things about this movie. I fucking love this movie. I love the resolution in the film. I like the kind of, Tommy is losing his shit.
Why is she hooked up to an IV?
Yeah, she didn't really lose any blood. Maybe she was just dehydrated or something.
Give her a glass of water, man. She shouldn't be hospitalized. Shit.
Yeah, she got it. Well, she did fall out of a window. So maybe she has a broken rib or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but she did she did have it, the easiest. Her and Tommy don't really need to be in a hospital other than for their mental state, unless she did crack a rib or fuck something up. And then they got to...
Because she sat up pretty easily out of bed there and is hugging this kid.
Yeah.
Which, what's that look mean? Is he gonna kill now?
Yeah, they totally they give you the Halloween 4, which before Halloween 4, obviously.
Maybe he was just squeezing out a fart and I realized it was wet at that moment.
Oh no. So there you have it. There was Friday the 13th Part 4. I hope that you guys had a good time with us during our rantings. And let us know in the comments if there's any films that you want us to do commentaries for, because we kind of have a lot of movies.
We do, and our next one definitely has to be Leatherface.
Yeah, oh shit, we got to do TCM3. Yeah. Whether you ask for it or not, you're getting TCM3, baby. Yeah, I'm going to kill.
That's what is happening next. That was discussed way back with the Elm Street 2. It was like, we're going to do Elm Street 2. And I'm like, well, we're doing that for me. Then we're going to do Nightmare 2 for me. We're going to do Friday 4 for you. And I was like, well, that's after that. Fucking Texas Chainsaw 3. We got to do that.
Let's see here. Kill that. All right. So, yeah, the next one that we do will be Texas Chainsaw 3. These will be kind of strewn about, mixed in with our regular Buddies Forever VCasts, because I know some people dig commentaries, some people don't, but the reception
they're loose commentaries. Like I've heard other commentaries that kind of really stick to the film. We venture out quite a bit, and that's fine. You could have this on in the background, and you could totally not have this on in the background, and you're not going to be too much different, I don't think.
Right. So we will do these, but we'll also do regular episodes, and we'll continue doing the live episodes. Man, I love Friday the 13th 4, dude. I really do.
This is getting filmed a few days before our live show, so I am still unfreshly tattooed. But by the time this airs, this evening, when we are live, I'll be sporting some new ink, presumably.
Yes. Which reminds me, we need to hit up Anya and see what she's got cooking. But I suppose that'll do it for this episode of the VCast. I hope you guys had a fucking blast watching Friday the 13th Part 4 with us, or just listening to us watch Friday the 13th Part 4. Eventually, when we get together, we'll do a live commentary of a film, which would be fucking fantastic, with us both in the same room, hanging out, doing a live commentary, and doing some crazy shit.
Sync it up with other people watching it at the same time.
Oh my god, so much fun, guys. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with us and watching what we do. If we haven't hit 400 by the time this releases, just another reminder that 400 subs, I'm doing the Rotten Roger Recommends giveaway. I have Mr. Remix 1UP, who has done a random select of one of the subscribers. He made like a wheel, and he'll spin the wheel, and we will put it on camera. Spin that wheel! That's a Ninja Turtles 1 soundtrack. We'll show that, so there is no tomfoolery afoot, and the person that it lands on will get the Rotten Roger Recommends thank you subscriber box. So I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing you guys all live. Anything you want to say before we wrap this up, Mr. Evil?
No.
No.
That's right. No,
No.
you got it all there. Got it all in there.
All right. Well, I suppose we should probably get going because, after all, there's a lot of movies out there, and somebody's got to watch them. So why not us, right?
Certainly.